March 8th, 2024. Okay. Oh, over the last few days, it's been a lot. Yesterday, on March 7th, 2024, Acme, North Maine, I seen one of the guys that looked like one of the Texas group. They looked Middle Eastern with a beard. He gets out and he's dressed oddly. Okay. It's been a little warm, but he's got like tight shorts on, looks at me and smirks. Okay. I go in, and of course, it was one of the pimps with a couple of his prostitutes, because that's what is going on. Their pimps are showing up and having the prostitutes come in and yell stuff at me. Okay? That is what's going on. The pimps are showing up with their prostitutes and having them yell stuff at me. Okay? All right. Back in 18, when the case first started, within a month or two of the case, this old man walked up to me at Wood Forest in front of all the officers. Okay. I had woke up with a bruise on my leg and I was sick and throwing up that morning. He walks up to me at Wood Forest in front of everyone. For every idle word you tell on us, I'll turn it on you. I'm like, who are you? He's like, you try to leave Dave, I'll list your child molester. Okay. I'm like, who are you? He's like, you know that bruise on your leg? It's way up on my thigh. Can't see it. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I use sodium pentothal on you. Sodium pentothal is a lethal outlaw drug that shuts down your airway. Side effect, you'll admit to anything. Spy flick movie stuff. The freak had admitted to breaking in my house and stabbing me with a date rape drug. Told me to say, he said, you know what you told me? No, I never seen him before. I never had him in my home. He admitted to breaking in my house, breaking in my bedroom, and stabbing me with a date rape drug. And said something about wearing some nightgown and bending over improperly once and then accidentally seeing your butt. A life of pain because of it. You try to leave Dave, I'll list your child molester for that. I got away from the freak. I went home to a legally booked house, and I'm like, Dave, I always wore the grandma nightgown, underwear, and a house coat when the grandkids were over before. I know that. Legged sweater and a house coat when the grandkids were over before. I know that. I said, besides the grandma nightgown down to my knees and some laces, I just replaced everything last year. I know that. I said, years ago, we were video chatting. Okay? And I said, I had the grandma nightgown, underwear, and a house coat on. I know you did. We were, you're helping me fix the DVD player. I bent over and they made fun of the back of my knees. They only seen the back of my knees, my varicose veins of, ooh, what's on the back of your legs, Grandma? I said, varicose veins, I got them when I had your daddy. Here, I'll pep all your change. We were video chatting. He started laughing. He said, I know they made fun of the back of your knees. I remember that day. What's wrong with this? They changed it under drugs. See, these people, because I called the FBI, that agent opened a real case. The police watched me for the last 5 years, been documenting all this craziness. Officer Mark, tall white guy, heavy set, with white hair, okay? Lamar Sharp, Michael Boswell, and Amar and Michael Canton officers in the back of they worked security at CSE Bank in Canton in 19 and 20, and I seen Officer Mark and some of the guys walk out the back. They know who they are. So the Stark County Sheriff's, they're assigned to my case. Okay? He told the North Canton Jackson Police, Mayor June of 19 at Liberty House Share on Hills and Dales Road in Canton, the worst thing you ever did wrong, honey, is bend over improperly. We can wipe that one out. Why? Because that's the only thing I did. The only thing in the back of my knees. See, their whole plan, because I didn't die, was to frame me by the drug cartel. That's where August 22nd, 23rd, Coles, Belden Village, my car spotted would have picked it up. Officer's Mark is out there with a lady. They were talking about things, and he said, none of this is funny. She said, did her ex-husband defend her? He said, yeah, we taped him. So did I. Trust no man, took that one to heart. Okay? He said, did her ex-husband defend her? He said, yes, we taped him. Did anybody talk to her? He said, no. Then they did frame her. He said, it's documented they framed her. She said, was it the drug cartel? He said, yes, we seen him. So who framed me? The drug cartel. It's documented. She's like, none of this is funny. He said, I know it isn't. Said it was also documented it was a medication error that made her sick before, and it's also documented some other woman was even using her insurance. She's like, none of this is funny. He said, I know it's not. Documented it was a medication error that made her sick before, and it's documented that even some other woman was using her insurance. So, who was in my home before? Dave hired the drug cartel. But like he told Danny, he hired Pete on his own. And Pete's actually Alex in a beard impersonating a retired judge. And Michelle's just a stripper, and that's her brother in the drug cartel. Run the biggest scam in the world. Okay? In 22, I worked out in Navarre. Some of the Michigan drug dealers were driving by screaming. Well, the next door neighbor, they had already told her, like within the first week of me working there, that Pete had ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up on. She talked to a lady from the Canton FBI and the police there. Okay? All right. And she'd yell at people to knock it off. Well, the Michigan drug dealer with plates slammed on the brakes and said, I looked it up. The worst thing she ever did wrong was bend over improperly. None of this is funny. He said, she yelled at him and said, they made up the second part, so knock it off. He said, me and my men are out here in Michigan, left in 22. Last year in 23, a girl was walking around North Canton and was telling everybody the worst thing she ever did wrong was bend over improperly. They only seen the back of her knees, and you cannot list somebody a child molester for that. I'm going to upload this.